really talking about the need for this and the purpose of consulting. So here we have a quote: as business needs focus on aligning talent with learning to produce greater business value more quickly, learning and development professionals are acting as consultants to their business partners more often. The ability to partner early in the business process and develop long-term relationships rather than having to react to a problem with a training solution connects us as L&D professionals with an organizational development approach for our clients.
Are trainers just service people hired to fulfill the desires of management? There are a great number of trainers who act as though they are hired hands or order takers. These trainers sit in their offices doing their trainer things and waiting for the next request for training to come in. You want it, we got it. Just tell us where, when, and how many, and we'll be there. We aim to please.
And again, it comes down to needs assessments. So what is the project plan? What is the task at hand? And how can we provide just-in-time training in order to get the biggest bang for the buck?
So why does our organization engage us as learning consultants? And I found a great article, Harvard Business Review, and they looked at the objectives of consultants from traditional purposes, and then they added their additional. So why engage learning consultants? Well, obviously they want us to provide information. They want us to provide a solution to a given problem. They'd like for us to conduct a diagnosis, and that diagnosis may redefine a problem. And then based on that, provide a recommendation. And then obviously assist with the implementation of that recommended solution. So those are typically have been the traditional purposes. So what we'd like for you to do is, now that we kind of know why they engage us, what is it that our clients expect of us as learning consultants?
Alyssa, we had drivers of culture, building a culture of learning. They expect us to have a process for how we're going to work, tools and ways to address the skills assessment, solve the problem. They had walk on water, right?
Of course.
And compliance police and change enablers.
Compliance police.
Yeah, so I won't belabor these two slides too much because you will get copies of this slide. But basically, the skill sets that are required for training are transferable to the consulting model, right? So on the left side, we have here showing some of the main skill sets that you would expect for somebody to have in a training kind of role. And over on the right are the general skill sets you would require for somebody to have a consultant. And a lot of this we've already talked about today.
Yeah, so what we've done so far is we've talked about the difference between being an order taker and being a consultant. We've also dug into different types of consulting models and what our clients expect of us. Well, let's talk about this other elephant in the room, which is an external consultant. So what do you think the similarities are between internal and external consulting roles? What are some similarities that internals and externals possess? So we'll go ahead and show the advantages and disadvantages. So these are things that we've shared in different ways, but they also play a role for us with external consultants is internals and externals. What we want to do is focus on these disadvantages, and we want to get some of your thoughts on how we could address the disadvantages of being an internal consultant.